Morning, Froggo. Good morning, Zishan. Yeah, apparently Rithmic is not doing great. I actually already went through one this morning. It was number 68. I tried it on this news this morning. Apparently I messed up by canceling the accounts because Rithmic was having issues and they might reinstate them. But I'm going to wait till the dust settles and maybe submit a ticket and see if I can get it back. Yeah, no problem, Jamie. Yeah, I figured a lot of people would appreciate that. So today I'm actually going to attempt to use these eval accounts to kind of show you guys what they were doing with the DCA. Still haven't replied to your email? Which email? Did you follow up? What's up, Dan? Even though I feel like I've been talking to you all morning. Carnivore? Still going. I'm still in that plateau. I haven't really been tracking my calories. What's up, Tom? I haven't been tracking my calories while doing this, and I'm starting to think that I need to because I don't feel like I'm eating more than I should be, but I'm not losing any more weight. So I don't understand. But I have to be in keto at this point, ketosis, because I feel like I have been eating nothing but protein and fat. So I feel like I should be. I mean, it's been over a month, so I should be to the point where my body is trying to use the fat as energy, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep going for a little bit, but yeah, I might need to start tracking my calories as well. SE Carnival works well, especially if you only eat once a day. They call that the nomad, right? Or OMAD, only one meal a day. Possibly too much fat. I don't know. I don't really eat a lot of fat though. That's the thing. It's mainly protein. I've been eating steak, chicken. I've been eating chicken wings, so there are a decent amount of fat with that. The beef that I've been eating when I do ground beef has been like 90-10. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I know. 4 and 4, and then fat's 9. 4 carbs, 4 protein. I kind of just drifted into it. Wasn't really hungry after eating an 800-gram steak each night for dinner. Yeah, the key is to make it to dinner. If you can make it to dinner, then yeah. I still cannot connect to Apex Rithmic. Yeah, apparently they're having some pretty bad issues at the moment. Maybe the Coke Zero inhibiting? Yeah. Dude, I've lost so much weight while still drinking Coke Zero. I don't know. Yeah, I YOLO'd the 250 at this news. It did not work well. It's also when I found out Rithmic was having issues. I also don't know if I'll get that account back, even though it looks like people would have, but I already canceled it, so I don't know. So I will be trading evals. I'm essentially gonna trade the open. I have a 50k that I bought by accident. I meant to buy the 250k, but I bought another 50k. So I have a 50k eval and a 250k eval that I'm copy trading. And I have 1 contract to go out for the 50k and 3. It's a 3 times multiplier for the 250k. So I'm gonna essentially just DCA if I have to. This isn't allowed on the PA, but I'm gonna see what happens with it. I'm gonna see if we can catch a runner here at the open and see what happens. But if not, then we'll try DCA. Again, this is not something you can do on the PA. Again, you cannot do this on the PA. Let me make that known. What do you think about... I don't do Forex. Zeal. No problem, Steve. All right, we're in short. I was going to say, it said we weren't in a position, but there it goes. It just popped up. So pretty sure that would have been 15 ticks for sure. So the open trade would have worked. I would have been short biased. I actually would have put my order up a little higher to try to front run this area, but let's see if we can continue down here. Let's see what we can do here. Feels like we're trying to bounce off the red to green. Not showing running P&L on screen. You can see it sort of under the day P&L, but yeah, this is, I don't know. I think I'd have to restart for it to show there. Struggling to go lower. See what happens though. Definitely would have got 15 ticks. There are some issues going on. Just putting me 2 positions after my initial position. Interesting. It actually worked for me. It's being very slow though. Like it's not updating the P&L in my position screen very quickly. Bought 250Ks with my code, Francis. Thank you. Appreciate that. I had lots of ghost trades and had blown and almost blown eval account. Yeah, that's what happened to me this morning with the news. I figured since it was news, they probably wouldn't be lenient with it. But it seems like it's a bigger issue, so we'll see. You really need to use limit order so you don't get screwed on Rithmic lag. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. These are evals, and I'm kind of playing around with them. Please stop all trading with... Yeah, they did say it on their Discord. But see, they can't assume by saying it on Discord that everyone sees that, because not everyone's in the Discord. So they need a better way to get that message out. So they're still going to have to deal with it. Lost 20 XPA due to lag on Quantower? Switch. Oh, you're not saying today. Switch to TradeEvade? Yeah, I've heard TradeEvade isn't that much better. But yeah, they did say on the Discord not to trade any Rithmic accounts, which I did say, and I agree. If you are trading PAs, I would take a break. I wouldn't trade them right now. The only reason I'm still trading is because these are evals. If you do lose an account because of the lag, do not get rid of the account, even if it's an eval. They might reset it based on the issues that are happening. I guess it'll move down here. But I accidentally canceled it because I thought it was news. Especially if they banned me last week. Who banned you? From Discord? Oh, okay. Got you. Ooh, nice little move down here. Might reverse here. We go a little bit further. I'm gonna hit the reverse button, see what happens, see how long it takes. Trying to reverse my position here. It made some noises, but it's not doing anything. Oh, there it goes. All right. Kind of a band play. I was hoping the lag maybe would have gave us a better fill there, but now we'll be looking for the retest of up here. No lag there. 5 seconds. Yeah. They blamed your... Yeah, it's a little ridiculous if they're trying to blame your internet connection. I hate how they don't just take the blame in most cases. Wow, look at this lag. So I put the order out and actually says it filled it, but it is taking forever to update. Yeah, this is nuts. Oh, it still hasn't updated. Oh, there it goes. Finally, jeez. That is nuts. Wow, look at the sell-off. Oh, that time it went pretty fast. Look at that. This is why I try to stay away from the open, though, because a move can... I should have just stayed short, huh? But I was trying to be fancy with the bans, even though it never really touched the bans. My colleague was denied on last day because of DCA, and I'm halfway on my 8 PAs, all with DCA. Yeah, Hector, I've heard that that's what they're doing. I actually heard this last night that they're denying all the DCA payments. I don't know if that's, like... if it's DCA after the day they started saying they were going to enforce everything, or if it's DCA like the whole time kind of thing. So I don't know exactly what's going on with that, but I would expect a retouch of up here at least, just that previous area. But this is DCA, by the way. This is not allowed on PA accounts. I want to make that known. Keep an eye on the drawdown. Yeah, try. I sort of was. New here, just found your channel yesterday looking for a good community for futures. Well, welcome, Lemon. I think we are a good community for futures. Do not trade how I am currently trading. These are eval accounts that I'm just kind of messing around with. Do not trade if on Rithmic right now. Apparently Rithmic is having some major issues. Well, Hector, did you continue trading DCA after they had mentioned what they did? If we can get this retest up here. Oh, nice. There it is. Sweet. Nice trade there. I'm actually looking to get back in here to bounce off of here. So it only... Okay, there it goes. I was going to say it only put me in the copied account. So now we're going to look for it to bounce. Let's see if we're looking for a key area. Somewhere around 715. We'll front run 720, see if we can get it down there real quick. This might go all the way back down, but just playing that support resistance area. Because this is probably where it bounces and then maybe attempts to move higher again. Bahamas, no problem. Buy high, sell higher. You have to change. If we go through here, we might actually start heading back up to the highs, which obviously wouldn't be good. Need to keep an eye on how much profit I have too, because if I get the 3 grand on one of them, or on the 50K, I would obviously have to stop, or 15K on the 250. I would not. Yeah, if you're trading Rithmic, do not trade your PA accounts. If you're on TraderSync apparently is perfectly fine at the moment, but stay away from Rithmic. So if I were to be trading this for real, I would be stopping above here. But it feels like we're going to try to reject this area. But we're not doing that because we're on an eval. I'm going to give this some room to breathe. Again, this is an eval, not a PA. Do not trade PAs on Rithmic right now. They're having issues. I am using Rithmic. It's just very delayed. Everything is very delayed. I still feel like we're going to run into some resistance here. I feel like we're going to at least try to come lower again first. And then if it wants to go back up and break this area, it would be weird to make such a big move straight into this area and then continue to go straight up. But, I mean, obviously anything's possible. Morning, Marius. Yeah, Rithmic is having issues. I had issues at 8:30 with it. I tried a 250K eval back here on the news. And it was just being wacky. It was being really wacky. So I would definitely, and in their Discord, they're telling you not to trade. I don't agree with the fact that they're, getting the message out that way, but I mean, it is what it is. Nice little move down here. Let's see if we can get the continuation. Ah, so close there. Move the order up here, see if we can just get in. Ah, that's not good. We were so close. I was going to hit the flatten button, but See if we can get the push back down one more time. That's frustrating. Now it feels like they're gonna definitely try to poke through here. Man, we were so close there. Still running into that red to green area. It's on Apex website also. Okay, so they did put it on their website. What's up, Scott? Yeah, Rithmic is having issues this morning, so be careful. Obviously, trade at your own risk. The only reason it's probably working for me is because everyone's not trading, so maybe it's catching up. I don't know. Still looking for this to reject. They still couldn't get through. Might get a, yeah, I was gonna say we might get a nice rejection back down. Can we continue though is the question. I actually feel like we get a decent push if it does. I'm gonna put my finger on the flatten button. Need to get that extra push right here. Come on. Push it. It feels like we might shoot back up here. Maybe. Struggling to push down. How many seconds? 2, 1. See how we can open this next candle. I was hoping it did that, but the other way. Okay. Here we go. If we can break the low of this candle, we might go. It keeps getting shoved down here. Oh, maybe not. I'm looking for the bigger profits because it's the evals. I'm trying to be patient looking for the breaks. But this one is... I definitely think we need to stop, though, if we break here now. I think it's a fairly obvious area that if it breaks, it's probably going to continue now. And it would be the third touch of that area. You guys know how I feel about third touches. Well, it looks like we might try lower here. It's feeling pretty heavy. See if we can break. We got to break this candle. If we break this candle, we should go down to the bottom of this candle at least and see what we can do there. And I'm kind of counting on it, just kind of blowing these stops, getting to these stops, and then hopefully giving us that little bit of extra push. That's the idea behind where my take profit is. It is fighting to stay up here, though. Of course, it's like right on our average. There we go. Come on. Push. It is like really fighting here. Man, that sucks. I was looking for that break of a candle, but to the downside, but there must be a buyer sitting here. 730, 733 area. There's a buyer just sitting there. Must have a decent amount of liquidity that they keep going to it. Question is if they can eat through it, what's it going to do after? This feels like it's going to go higher now. We were so close on that initial fill. It's so frustrating. But yeah, this feels like it's going to try higher. Now it's starting to feel definitely like we're going to try higher. It's all right. Not every trade is going to work. And it's just frustrating that it did work. It just didn't get down to our take profit. I know you made a video about the Apex last night. Do you think they will go for every withdrawal? What do you mean? Wow, that was close. It's gonna come get us probably. When your friend DCA in every trade or once in a while? I mean, you can still DCA just once. Like you can take one additional entry according to their rules. Apex isn't down, it's Rithmic. Rithmic, well, they're not down, but they're having issues. All right, so we got stopped out there, I hope. So this is there we go. I was gonna say this is kind of the issue that we've been having. Like the arrows don't show up right away, yada yada yada. All right, so we gave a little bit back there. Can't tell if it says we're in a position or not. It's saying we're still in a position on Rithmic, so I don't know. Okay, there it goes. It just closed out officially on Rithmic. I'm actually going to restart my Apex connection real quick just to see if I can get the drawdown on there. So just so I know how much I have. Rithmic looks so old. Yeah, Rithmic reminds me of like the DOS of day trading stocks. While we wait for this, if you don't mind hitting the like button while you're in here, I appreciate that. I know it's on their website and I know it's on their Discord, but they need to find a way to like push like a message to everybody somehow. Because you can't count on people visiting the website or the Discord. Like, what if people just load everything up and start trading and they have the issues? Like, you're still going to have to take care of that. All right. All right, there we go. All right. So we have still got plenty of drawdown. I thought we would have had more because of we were in profit there for a sec. Man, I kind of want to get back in this. I'm gonna get back in this again with the very obvious stop. Being a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, there we go. Now we got the open drawdown, etc. Oh, I'm sure they have money. They just don't want to spend it. The problem is it's not the way that it looks. It's the servers. It's the servers that are getting overloaded. You're on Discord now? Nice. I'm looking, if we can move down now, I'm looking for the lows. That's why I didn't put a take profit out. I have an obvious stop, but I'm looking for the lows. See what it does there. I'm basically going to trade these evals as if I were trading a PA account like I was talking about yesterday, just like with the support, resistance levels, etc. I'm just curious about all these people getting denied for DCA if they DCA'd after the day that they said they're going to start enforcing everything. Because if they're enforcing DCA prior to that day, then I'm not okay with that. But if they did it after the day that they said they're going to start enforcing everything, then I mean, I don't really know what to tell you. That's just, that's your own fault for not paying attention. It's ridiculous how unstable Rithmic is. I know. Yeah, they do provide one service. They should be able to do it. I agree. It's a little frustrating for sure. Can't disagree with you there. That's how I always used to feel about DOS when they would have their little outages, but and just gotta not get back above this area. If we get back above this area, we might try the highs of this move again. But really looking for this to hold as resistance and make our move back down towards the lows here. To me, this trade is no longer valid. To me, this right now, I'm trading this as a sweep. I got out in case it wanted to run. It looks like it wanted to be a sweep. It came right back down into the range. Jump back in, looking for the continuation back down towards the lows. But obviously, if we come back up here again, we're stronger than I initially anticipated. This candle is rejecting previous opening range. Yep. Don't trust Apex yet. Trading with my own capital until things resolve. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with doing that. Lemonhead. You know, every time I see your name Lemonhead, it makes me think of my dad. He loves that candy. That was like my whole childhood was him eating Lemonheads. Pending home sales coming up. Is that at 10 o'clock? That'll make this interesting. Rithmic having issues, yada, yada, yada. Oh, it is. Yeah, 10 o'clock. That'll be fun. If I was on a real account, I would obviously jump out, but we'll see what happens. Would say idiot box. Yeah. Again, I am trading evals right now. These are not PA accounts. Rithmic is having issues. Public service announcement. Do not trade Rithmic if you're trading your PA accounts. Take a break. Right now, apparently they're having issues. If you did have issues, don't touch the accounts anymore. And apparently they're going to see what they do with them. Just need to not move higher here. If we can stay under here, if these sellers can stay in, I feel like if we can get this break down below here, we should start to run down towards the lows. And with the sweep here, I mean, everything points to it wants to move lower, but again, market can do whatever it wants. Go, see if we can get through. Ooh, you never like to see the that little wick like that. That's what you don't want to see. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. I'll put an order out as a wishful thinking. But if we start to kind of grind down towards this, I'm probably just gonna move it down because I really think we're gonna retest the lows. Classic bouncy ball here. But if we can get the big move straight into it, I'll take it because the odds are we'll bounce. And it would be nice to get out before the news. Push right to the lows here. Come on, keep going. Every time I hit the flatten button when it's doing this, it ends up continuing and I get mad at myself. So I'm going to leave it, and now we're going to bounce all the way back up, and I'm going to feel like an idiot. I have to not let this go all the way back, right? Again. This is twice now. We ended up taking the loss on it last time, too. That is so frustrating. I should have just hit the frickin' flatten button. What a joke. That's twice now. Over here, it was the same thing. Our order was like right here on this candle. And now look at where our order is on this candle. Right back up. AMC's going down. Yeah, I wanted to look at options a little bit later. See if I can find anything. That is so frustrating. I should have just hit the flatten button. It really felt like we might get the extra push though.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for.
Well, looks like if we don't pop here, we're gonna be going into that news.
Feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour. Take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder. Work until you're prouder. And fuck all the doubters. They're just fucking downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only
About 1 minute now until the news.
worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till
Why not change the TF? What's the TF? Curious. Until fairly recently, it looked like you were more of a stock guy. What made you change to futures? My edge in stocks started to not show itself as much. And I just started paying attention to futures, and I saw the liquidity that is in futures. And I decided to give it a try. Found the prop firms, and just kind of haven't looked back. Oh, time frame? Why not change it to what? Why would I change the time frame? I have other time frames up: 5 minute, 1 hour, and the daily. I just don't necessarily like. You just can't see them. I feel like with this news coming up, might as well just get rid of this, or maybe just put it like way down here. Might as well, because if it's bad news, we're probably gonna get a decent move. All right, there's the vol. You can see the volatility picking up here. Oh. Oh. Okay, this is not what I was expecting, unless the numbers haven't actually come out yet. Looking like we're gonna go up. Nope. Now we're going down. Apparently it might have been bad. Maybe. Guess it doesn't really know what it wants to do here. I think if we get above here again, we're probably definitely just going to go up through the high of this move again. So no point in being higher than that. It feels heavy, but just can't get the move back down here. Not yet. If we can move back down towards the 715, I definitely moved this back up. But if we can get back down here, I'm gonna move my stop to break even. Guess that news was as they expected, since we didn't really go one way or the other. Price of the houses is still up, yeah. Payouts pending. I don't have any payouts in right now. I'll be putting some in on the 1st. Largest drop in 3 years. So what? So yeah, we're still trying to go higher. Oh man, this market. That's funny. Yeah, that's crazy. That's what Charlie said. Yeah. Well, apparently Market don't really care. Definitely like where my stop's at currently. I'll move the break even if we get this move back down towards 717. We're just gonna bounce off of this area again. Well, it's gonna be a green trade now, just a matter of how big the green trade is gonna be. I'm not gonna let this go back up. Put it a little bit. All right. Obviously, the buyers keep stepping in here at that 717 area. I was looking for it to bust through there, back down towards the lows. Fortunately, it doesn't want to do that right now, so. The music I'm playing is copyright free. Yeah, it's actually straight from YouTube Studio. Like, it's a section that they have within YouTube Studio that you can use. Do I use a dash cam when I drive? Well, I have a Tesla, so yes. I'm gonna look for a better entry. That trade was not doing what I wanted it to do. I mean, it tried, but, and I could have gotten out for more profit, but I was looking for the lows there. So I was reading Methodical's chat. Apparently, Trades by Matt got his payout denied. I'm assuming for DCA. I'm a fan of cars driving me without needing me. Like, I'm a passenger essentially. I'm not necessarily a Tesla only fan. Like, I'm not a Tesla fanboy. I bought a Tesla because we take a lot of road trips with the family, and it does 90% of the driving for me. I would actually go to say like 98% of the driving. All right, so if we can come back up here and start to use this as support, I'll look to change my bias to long here. And I have the money. I mean, so when we moved from our old house into this current house, we started renting that house, and within those 3 years that we were renting, the appreciation on that house was crazy. It was like $80,000-$90,000 more, and we ended up selling that this year for tax reasons, and so that's actually what bought the Tesla. Just wait another 10 years to get a personal driver. Yeah, that would be nice. I think there's going to be plenty of cars that are probably driving themselves by then, though. So I don't know if we'll even need personal drivers. But you're talking about the kiddos. I was telling the wife the other day, actually, that kids might not even have to learn how to drive. By the time they're 16, we might have cars straight up driving themselves. Something happened with Alpine. He just sent me a screenshot. He's up 29,000 on his PA accounts. He's up 11,000 on one of them, 8,000 on 8,800 on another, 5,600 on another, and then 2,200 on 3 others, and then the normal 118. It looks like on 6 of them. He's screwed. I don't, because they're not gonna reset it. They're gonna let him keep the gains, and those accounts, like, they're gonna be so hard to get a payout on now. Ugh, that sucks. Do I pay monthly subscription for owning a Tesla like GPS internet? Yeah. So I pay their premium connectivity. It's you pay, it's $100 for the year. So whatever that comes out to be, like $9 a month or something. But it essentially gives you access to everything on the console, the inner console. Yeah, the 30% consistency rule is gonna screw him. Is he live? I have Methodical. I just pulled up Trace by Matt. I was curious if he was talking about the red flag, we hit turbulence. What his title? Oh god, yeah, he, like, what does he do? Does he contact Apex and be like, hey, can you reset my profits? Like, that would suck. Can I trade from the Tesla? I haven't tried it yet, but I don't know if I can get like a remote desktop on there. That would be what you do, is get remote desktop on there somehow. So we rejected that area again, but I don't really know if I want to jump back in this again. Long time no see. What's up, Alex? What's up with these new rules? I'm confused with the DCA rules. So DCA is when you add basically. So like if I were to get into a long position and it kept going against me and I just kept adding in long until it bounced, that's DCA. That's dollar cost averaging. In their rules now, it says that you can take one entry, and as it goes against you, you can add one additional entry. But if you go past that, then that's considered dollar cost averaging. Which I haven't done that. Not on PAs I have. Or on PAs I have not. On evals I have. But on evals, they don't care. Evals, you can literally gamble to do everything in one trade. But I'm actually, if we come back down to the same support area, I'm going to try getting long, and then we can DCA in if it goes to the lows here. I think we at least bounce up to this 34 area, looking left. And then what it does, if it wants to continue down after that, then so be it. But if it does blow through, we probably go right to the lows. DCA sucks, lost most of my accounts this way. I agree DCA is a strategy, but at the same time, I also... Oh no. Don't you dare bounce from there. You kidding me? All right. Oh. Straight into the bands. Rithmic is actually reacting fairly quickly at the moment. Also, 250K 90% off is like $16 or something. Yeah, it's 17 bucks at the moment. That ends today, so you got to get the accounts. You have until the 15th of June to pass them, the 250Ks, in order to get the $85 lifetime activation fee. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to pass one of these. What's up, Knives? Yeah, we're trying. We're messing around with some evals. Apparently, Rithmic is having issues, so they're telling you not to trade your Rithmic accounts, so keep that in mind. You also cannot DCA like if I were to add again here, you're not allowed to do that on PA accounts, so don't do that. Eval accounts, they don't seem to care. They're a little bit more lax with those, so. But yeah, DCA I do feel is a legit strat. But you have to, it's hard for them. If you really go watch the videos that they posted yesterday, they give you some examples of people that were like really taking advantage of the situation by using DCA, and it was pretty bad, I have to admit. Looking for a breakdown, trend down after this expansion? Yeah, it definitely could. Yeah, I'll get one and focus on only one. DCA with MNQ. Yeah, it definitely would be a lot easier, but that's what a lot of people were doing. If you start smaller, it's a lot easier to DCA. No trade for me today. I was looking for the break of the highs from PM, but it dropped. Missed the news trade. Damn, trading at 5:30 is tough. Looks like it's working now. Yeah, Rithmic does seem to be working okay at the moment. DCA is for investing, not trading. Yeah, that's what he said in the video. I definitely think we should retest here at least. Up here is kind of hoping that we get back up to that major support area. But we'll see. If we can get this first fill, I probably move stop up to break even. Actually, I just have to remember where that's at because the stop would be different. So we got back above. I thought once we got back above, we would kind of shoot right up into this previous area. It's kind of what I'm looking for. I know these are prop firms, but imagine buying Tesla at 300 and not buying at 110 because of DCA. It was allowed. Well, that's kind of what he's trying to say, is that when you're investing, it's different. But for day trading, it's not. But I mean, I disagree because like I said, even when I was trading stocks, that was basically my average, or my strategy was DCA. But you have to have a stop. So like I was using risk management while DCAing, while day trading. So it is possible. But again, people were taking crazy advantage of it. And that's why they have to do what they're doing. It's not the normal people that they're worried about. Ugh, not again. There we go. There's one. Right into the other. Get up there. Get up there. Go, 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 go. I'm just going to take it off because we are running right into this area. The odds are we might reject. I was hoping if we got there and we might shoot up straight through. My order was sitting right around here. It looks like it would have just missed us. Oh, that's frustrating. So I'm glad that I took it off. It'd be just look for a new trade here. So we're over halfway on the 50K account, and we're 1/3 of the way on the 250K account. Technically, this would not have been a DCA trade. I only had one ad there. The only problem is I don't think I made really 1 to 4. But then again, I have a reason for getting out, right? I'm looking at previous support possibly being used as resistance. So that's a risk management type deal. I'm actually perplexed on what Alpine's going to do with his situation. The 5K is it's one of the 250K accounts. I just imagine the conversation he's gonna try to have with Apex. Can you reset my accounts? And Apex is gonna be like, wait, you mean you want to reset the accounts that you won money in? Yes, please. As of right now, the 20% rule is still in the contract, so yes. Rich Goodwin, my $2,000 payout was denied yesterday from DCA after waiting 12 days. I blew the account today, unfortunately, putting me in a rough spot. Damn it. Sorry to hear that, man. So I have a question for you. Do we know what day it was that they started? Let me see if I can go back and look. Do we know what day it was that they started to, like they said they were going to start enforcing everything? Because my question to you is, did you DCA after that day? Like the day that they, you know what, let me check their Discord and see if they have it in there. Well, I made a video, hold on. I made a video that next day, didn't I? Apex rules changed. So it was 2 weeks ago. Hold on. So May 15th. Did you, yeah, it was the 15th. Did you take a DCA trade after the 15th? Well, I know a lot of people DCA'd before the enforcement, and you didn't after. See, now that I am not okay with. You can't just randomly not be enforcing something and then just start enforcing it. I wonder if they're doing that because the payout, this payout period would have been so big to pay all the scammers and schemers. Like if they went off of, okay, this is a hard date on May 15th. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe it was like in the millions that they would have had to pay out to these scams or schemers. But the thing is, if it's such an obvious scam or an obvious scheme, like why can you not go in and just deny them? Now, Rich, I don't know how you trade, so I don't know like how blatant it was being, but to my understanding, the people that had like normal DCA, they've been fine. Like I've had some people that said they were DCAing before and they got their payment. So I don't know exactly how you were doing it, but yeah, it's so hard because like they're doing, trying to go on a case-by-case basis. It's weird because why all of a sudden would they all get denied on the same day? It's like, were they setting them all aside just to deny it on the same day, like for a reason? Like why not deny them like as they figured it out? Like I don't know. Maybe they came up with a program to sift through all the accounts. But again, I think they should have waited until after that payout period. To just do it in the middle of a payout period, I don't agree with that at all. Hi Jazz, what's going on? I'm trying a top set 50K eval. Yesterday they locked me due to my account was down 1,000. Today I'm up 600. So is there any 30%, 40% rule? I don't know with Top Step about the 30% type rule, but yeah, they do have a daily drawdown limit of 1,000. So they don't allow you to use the account as a stop. Essentially, they have that daily drawdown, which is 1,000. Before they strictly enforced the rule to DCA, I did get payouts. I DCA into my position 3 to 4 contracts total. But this time I probably get denied if they're able to catch it. Well, yeah. So that moving forward, they're definitely going to catch that because they're looking for anything more than that second entry. Like if I were to take a third entry like I did over here, that's a DCA. Like that's going to get flagged and they're going to deny a payment because of that trade. But to my understanding is they're looking into if they find a trade that you DCA or, you know, don't follow the rules, they can reset the account like just for that trade. So like if I made $300 on this trade, they could just take $300 off the account. Does that make sense? So once you start DCAing, like they could do that, or if they're not catching it daily, they're going to wait till payout, and when they see it at payout, they're just going to deny the payout. But I don't quite understand how they can just randomly say, okay, we're going to start enforcing this in the middle of a payout period and then deny payouts because of it. Like that's not okay, and that's not going to sit well with a lot of people. And it's the big topic of today because everyone got denied yesterday and this morning. I've seen the videos from Apex. People do gamble and expect payout. Oh, 100%. And that's what they're trying to combat. But there's a lot of people that are trading for real that are also getting denied payouts now, which it is going to cause a little bit of an uproar in itself. Most DCA trades ended near break even and profit less than 200 because I was so convicted. However, profit loss has not been too far off and consistent. So would you say that your losses, your average win of that less than 200, are your losses more than 800? Because that's the other thing that they're looking for. They're looking for you to keep that risk reward ratio at least under 1 to 4. I think they're recommending you stay around 1 to 3, but apparently they're going to be a little bit lenient and go towards 1 to 4. Drawdown was a lot bigger. See, that's the problem, is they're trying to find this happy medium where they can prevent people from using the accounts as stops, but also allow traders the ability to go through drawdown. Which I actually brought this up in one of the comments on my video from last night. You know, Apex is talking about how they don't want you to risk the account, but in reality, you're not risking the account. Like if you take this from, like if you had a real 50K account and you had $2,500, which is the account drawdown, that is not that bad of a drawdown to like set for a stop loss on the account for any given day, right? That's 5% of your 50K account. That is very realistic when you have an edge that's winning 80% plus the amount of time. If you go find one of those online calculators that says, what are your odds of winning? What is it? The Kelly criteria, I think it is. You'll probably see that risking more than 5% is actually a smart move if your win percentage is over 80%. So the fact that they're saying using the account as a stop, like that could be another argument. But again, there's so many people taking advantage of that they have to step in and do something about it. Because if they don't, then these scams and schemes that are doing it are just going to keep doing it. Because the problem is people were literally just one day pass evals, and then the very first day they were just going for 20K trades on an account. If they get it, great. Now they have $20,000. Well, it's like $18,000 of drawdown to where they can sit there and DCA into trades essentially forever. Imagine taking one contract on the NQ with a 50K account, but you have 18,000 in drawdown. And then if you DCA and you eventually catch these big runners where you DCA in and then you wait for the big run the opposite way, and you just keep adding these huge chunks onto the account to the point where he showed an example. There was an account that was up $1.2 million times 20. $1.2 million times 20. I think it might have been 1.2 between the 20. I don't know that for sure, but the way that I read the chart, it looked like it was times 20. And then they lost it all in one day. It had to be times 20 because there's no way you're losing 1.2 million by DCAing. I mean, you could, but it's just either way, it doesn't matter. The point is that once you get such a huge cushion, if you start small enough and you DCA, it's almost impossible to lose. Like, and he was saying the one big strategy that was killing was they would go for 5 ticks. So like they would get in, they would go for 5 ticks. Like here, watch. I'll even do it just to show you what they were doing. So essentially, they wouldn't even really care what they're looking for. They would just do this. They would look to get in and go for 5 ticks. And as you can see, on one contract, that's $25. But if you sit here and do it over and over again, well, guess what? The one time it doesn't work, you just start DCAing, right? You're just like, so I would take this off. So for some reason I don't get filled, I can then get ready to just keep hitting the button over and over again, and until it eventually works in my favor. And you just keep doing that over and over again. But there's going to be times where you're going for 25 bucks, but you might end up in $20,000 of drawdown. And then it comes back and you eventually make that 25 bucks. Does that make sense? That's what they were doing. And once you have a huge cushion, it's almost impossible to lose. I mean, you're only going for 5 ticks. And when it doesn't work, you just keep adding in until it does work. And guess what? You can probably add in pretty quickly. Like on a move like this, if I was long and it went against me like this, I could probably add like 3 or 4 times, because all I need is a little bounce at that point, and I can just get out for that small profit, rinse and repeat. And that's what they were doing. So they were getting away with it, and there's nothing they could do about it. But it all started with the fact that they're risking way more than they're actually looking to profit. And that's where the 1 to 3, 1 to 4 comes into play. It's tough though. Some days in volume it's heavy and the candle. I agree. But as a trader, that's your job to adjust to that, right? Like if you're like, let's use this for an example. Like if I see the volatility is high, would I want to, if I normally trade 3 contracts, would I trade 3 contracts? No, I'd probably downsize to 1 or 2. Because the volatility is really high. If it's really slow and I still see a good setup, and I usually only take 3 contracts, maybe you up it to 5 because you see a good setup and you want to try to make a decent amount of money on it. You would up. So that's totally up to you as a trader to figure that stuff out. High frequency trading. Yeah. It essentially was high frequency trading. Real accounts don't have live trailing drawdown. Oh, I agree. But in a way, it's not trailing, correct? But once you get above that threshold, which is what these guys were doing. So yes, Hector, think of the trailing drawdown. But now think if the first day of the PA, you just risk the whole PA, but it's either $20,000 in cushion or bust, right? So they would go through 5, 10 PAs to get that cushion. Well, once they get that cushion, then they're set, right? Because then the strategy can, and you don't have to worry about that drawdown anymore because it's not there. And then it's just a matter of getting the payout. And then that's where the 30% rule came in. And again, they were just, I don't understand with the 30% rule how they were allowing all this to happen. But then you start to understand how it was happening, because once they got big enough, they could put in those bigger days and they could get that total amount in the account, because over time, it might take them a little bit longer, but they would get there. Because they're essentially just 5 ticks, 5 ticks, 5 ticks, 5 ticks, 5 ticks, right? Until they get to where they need to be. And when the 5 ticks doesn't work, add, DCA, until it works. And that's all they were doing over and over and over again. They knew that they were going to blow accounts. If you guys saw that screenshot, there was a guy that had 22 PA accounts because I guess he activated too many. And he also had, 177 or 277 evals sitting there waiting to be activated, the PAs. 277 evals just sitting there that he paid for, waiting to be activated as a PA account. Because that's how many PA accounts he was going through trying to get that big windfall trade to open it up. That's nuts. Knives is 100% right. Opposite of DCA is pyramiding. Just trading grid, not even martingale. Yeah, and that's the thing. They are just grid. It essentially is grid trading, which is a legit strategy. But again, you can do this with a real account, but there's just no trailing drawdown, right? But it's your job to stop out. Again, if you had your own $50,000 account, it would be wise to have a stop at $2,500, like for the day. So I'm looking for a long trade here if we can get back down towards the lows. Smart way to work the system, but not the trade. And that's the thing. The reason we're in this dilemma is because how do you stop the people from taking advantage of the system? The ones that don't know how to trade, they just have a system that beats the system, but also allow the people to trade that are doing it in a legit manner. Like, how do you do it? And that's the dilemma that they're in right now. Like, how do you, but my answer, if I had an answer, would be to have more people focus on the payouts. Put more people in charge of going through these payouts. let people trade, have your rules in place. And when it comes down to it, it's pretty clear. You can look at the accounts like they were and showing the examples that it's pretty clear who is not following the rules correctly. And then there's going to be people where like, oh, it went over by, you know, oh, oops, I hit the buy button one time, but I never did it again kind of thing. Like there's going to be a huge difference that you can clearly see if you're going through these payouts, right? Don't worry about trying to catch it in the moment. Wait till people request the payouts and then have a big team of people that can go in and look at each payout and see if they followed the rules. Did they have a big windfall trade at any point in time? Were they DCAing? Like there's so many obvious answers that you can find just by looking at the stats page that they clearly have because he was showing it to us. Yeah, the rules are fine. It's just, it's just trying to find a happy medium. What do you do with all the micros? What do you mean? I don't trade micros, so I don't worry about the micros. You have the link for this guy? What are you talking about? The video that I made last night? It was a 19-minute video of me condensing all the videos that they posted. I'll post it in the chat. No, so it's in the video. Let me find, I'll tell you the timestamp. I'm trying to watch this. This wants to run into the bands. I'm perfectly fine with that. We got the low a day there as well. But I'm going to look for a bounce up into around this area. Hold on one sec. I want to look to add in here. Do this. So this one is just front running this move over here. And then this is looking for the bigger move back up into that previous support area. All right, let me find that real quick. Gotta stop my dog from barking. The timestamp is, oh, nice move back up here. See if we can get that first fill. Ugh, don't do that. So the timestamp is 13:35. Oh, don't do this. I have been missing my take profits by... I do this all the time. Nice little pop back up here. See if we can get the continuation. Go. Go. At least give me that one. There we go. See if we can get the continued push. Move my stop up to break even here. It's actually break even in the first contract. It's actually lower. If we can get the continuation. Perfect placement so far. Go, 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 go. Just looking for this retest of this previous support. See if it wants to use it as resistance. Yeah. All right. Still a decent little trade there. Again, not even a DCA trade. Only had one entry. But I had a plan there to DCA. Again, this is eval, so it's okay. But obviously, this probably would have been closer to my first entry if I wasn't looking for a lot of room. But yeah, no problem, Hector. I requested my payout on the 15th. Was under review for 2 weeks or so. Went from under review to paid. Now is back to approved. That might have just been like a mistake. But if you're still approved, then you should. So it says the 29th. If it was from the 15th, the 20th, and it gets to the 29th, if you still haven't received your payment, they tell you to submit a ticket. So you're very well within your right to submit a ticket. So if we can push back down towards the lows, especially into the bands, I'll be looking to get back in. It does appear that Rithmic is doing okay at the moment, by the way. Give me one more good push here. Down towards the lows. Come on, right to the lows. One more good push. That's not far enough away because I'd be looking for the 675 area as a retest. I was looking for a bigger push down through. And we would have that support hopefully at the lows. That would have been a perfect trade had we got the push down into it. Still haven't tried to go back up towards it yet. Ah. Still interested. I'd like to see the push down through the lows though. No problem, Nico. How are you this morning? Come on, give us one big push down here. Be careful though, because this is kind of looking like it could just dump, by the way. And this is a pretty typical setup that you see. Look at the bouncy ball, and then eventually the buyers are just going to give up. And low a day could be where they do it. So I'm going to be pretty careful because the bands are now much lower than low a day. So I'd be looking for a bands type trade in this scenario. Really got to go to the bathroom, but I don't want to miss this. All right, coming into the lows here. I'd like to see a big flush through. There we go. Keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going. I was really looking for more than that. We're definitely not getting a big enough bounce to bail anybody out of a long position right now. Like if someone was building a long position into this, they definitely have not gotten any kind of relief bounce yet. So you have to keep that in mind too, that they're stuck at the moment. So if they can keep pushing this down without any kind of a real bounce, the odds are they're going to stop out at some point. And that's when you get the big flush. And that's kind of what I'm waiting for. That's why I got the bands there, because that keeps me safe. Because when you get this kind of grindy move, I try to stay out of it. But when we finally get that big flush into the bands, that's when I get excited. See if we can get it here. Go, push, push, push. Put a wishful order out there. Looking for the big candle. Again, no relief bounce yet. The longs are stuck at the moment if they're trying to get out of this. We push through the lows, definitely looking for continuation setup. I hope you're right. But unfortunately, it looks like we're going to try to bounce here. It's frustrating. I was really hoping for one good push. We just never got it. Bought 18 evals with your code contributing to the Friday's giveaway. Hell yeah. Thank you, Caesarian. Appreciate that. It's going to be a good giveaway. It's going to be a solid giveaway. I'm pretty excited. So here's the relief bounce that all these longs were looking for. I was just really hoping we got a nice stop out candle before this, but is what it is. Yeah, by the way, guys, today I'm not urging you guys to get any, but today is the last day for the 90% off sale. I don't know what they're going to do after this. I know they said it was going to be an 80% off sale before they extended this to the 30th. I'm not exactly sure why they didn't do the 31st, but I mean, yeah, today's the last day for this 90% off sale that they have going currently. Also, the 250Ks you can get right now for the same price as the 50Ks. That's why I'm trading one right now. And you have until June 15th to pass to get an $85. It's $85 to activate the 250K account for the lifetime, not monthly, lifetime. And even if you wanted to do monthly, like say you go past June 15th, it's still $85 a month. It's $85 a month for any account that you pass. Only the lifetime fee is what changes. I'm going to go see what the dog's doing and go to the bathroom real quick. Surprise, surprise, barking in nothing. I do have a question for you guys with the giveaway. Do you guys like the wheel? I personally have a ton of fun with the wheel, but I want to make sure it's a fan favorite as well. Love it. Yeah. It does take a lot of time, but that's kind of the point. I'd like it if I won. It really is a lot of fun. I am thinking about I do want to do whoever gets picked like first and then maybe like halfway through like do another giveaway. I think that's what I'm going to do. Whoever gets picked first, halfway through, and then we'll do the whole final 5 thing. So they opened the chat back up in Apex. Let's see if they said anything about Rithmic seems to be okay. It doesn't. It seems like people are still having some issues. All right. So next trade I'd be looking for possibly is a move back up into here and a rejection. I didn't draw a line here when I was getting into these trades for obvious reasons. But just trading support and resistance today with these accounts. Last time I was first. Yeah, I think I'm going to do like $25 for the first one picked. Right before I start spinning the wheel for the first time, I'll see how many there are, and we'll pick a halfway point, and I'll do $25 for them, and then the rest will go to the final 5 and the shenanigans that we pull then. But yeah, tomorrow is the last day of the month, so I'll know how big the giveaway is going to be tomorrow. So I'll post that like in my title, and I'll put it on here. Let's see. It'll. I don't know why it pops up like that. Oh, you know why? Because it's supposed to be behind other stuff. There we go. Can't go that far. There we go. Giveaway equal 90%. What? Why does it say that? Anyways, I'll obviously change that. I think I had another, let's see, giveaway. What are these? That's for the actual giveaway. So is that okay? I was also thinking for the month of June, maybe switching my layout a little bit. Just like maybe moving some stuff around. Maybe getting rid of the scroll wheel. No one even told me for almost the entire 90% off sale, I didn't even have the right price in there. I had it 27 for 80% off, and I just changed it this morning, realizing that I had the wrong amount in there. No, it's rigged. Never know, Zishan. You might get picked. You'd probably have a better chance of getting picked first than anywhere else. I just realized I don't have the total P&L up. What do I want to eat for lunch today? I took some ground beef out to actually make some taco dip. Pretty excited for that. Just got my Apex payout approved yesterday. Sweet. That's what I like to hear. How do you trade? Do you DCA at all? I don't feel like I DCA'd on that account at all. The first one, I think that was just all opening trades. The second one I did DCA, but never more than that one. The one. No DCA. Nice. I needed it just... Oh, just quit your job? Did you have something else lined up? Well, good. No DCA is good. DCA is dollar cost averaging. Apparently, it's a big problem right now with Apex. A lot of people are taking advantage of Apex with dollar cost averaging, so they're cutting back on it. A lot of people got denied payouts for DCA this past payout period. So it's kind of the talk of the town at the moment. Would have looked to get short had we made a bigger bounce up here towards 700, but we did not. So never really got an entry here. Could look for a possible buy off of the current low, but we'll see what happens. Coming into, like, if it's a trend coming into a certain area like that, I would not assume it's going to bounce. I would always look, I would react to the bounce if it's happening. Cut your trade after 8 ticks on ES. What does that mean? An accountant? Yeah. Like accountant for a company, or did you, like, do you do taxes? What kind of an accountant? I know there's several different kinds. What happens if payout is denied? They close Apex account or close only the P8? No. So what they're doing right now is they're, as long as you're not one of the obvious scams or schemes that they're talking about, they're going to let you keep the account with all the money in it. But they're going to want you to take another 10 trading days to prove that you know what you're doing and follow the rules. So whatever rule they think you broke, they're going to want to see you trade 10 more days, continue the account, and keep going forward. But I'm pretty sure they're going to make you essentially make, in addition, the same, like if you're on a 50K account, they're going to make you make another $2,600 in profit. For oil and gas in Houston? Zishan! Hey, I'm in Houston. See? Look at you, you Houston brothers. You're everywhere. Just ain't right. Do you like Indian food? Or playing slots? Because boy, do I have the place for you. I've been getting Apex payout each month, and I've been using the payout to start my own restaurant. Oh, what kind of restaurant? He loves Indian food. Zishan. You love slots? You gotta love slots too. Because if you do, you and Mr. Trading for Science here could be best friends. See, I'm looking to meet people locally to talk about trading and have a good time, like outside of being online. I have a lot of Indian friends. Do you guys already know each other? What a coincidence this would be. I feel like once I said Zishan, though, he would have known. Smash burgers? Oh, I love smash burgers. I make my own smash burger. Well, I used to make my own smash burgers all the time. Kind of afraid to make them right now because I don't really know how to eat a smash burger without bread. No burger spot in the mall. Dude, you would kill it with smash burgers. And they're so fast and easy to make, too. So it's essentially fast food, but not really. There's a guy that does it right in New York. What's his name? New York Smash Burger King. I forget his name, but I think that'll make it pop up. It's not actually called Smash Burger. Wait, is Smash Burger the like? Are you gonna oh my god, what's the name? Wow, I'm having such a brain fart. Where, like, if it was a Chipotle or a McDonald's, I keep wanting to say finance, but it's not finance. What the heck is the word? Franchise. Yeah. Are you gonna franchise a Smash Burger? Because I just see that I just saw that apparently that's a company called Smash Burger. I'm making everything from scratch. Oh, so it's your okay. Well, don't call it Smash Burger. You might run into some issues. Let me search YouTube because it's not popping up. Best Smash Burger in New York. It'll pop up here. People are calling. Yeah, here it is. Hype burgers and hamburger at Hamburger America. See, Hamburger America. Yep, there it is. Yeah, search Hamburger America in Google and it'll pop up. The guy, he has like 4 or 5 different types of burgers, and that's it. And that's all they do all day. and it looks amazing. Next time I go to New York, I will be eating one of these. Can I use 1 to 2 RR with Apex? Yes, you can use up to 1 to 4. They recommend 1 to 3, but 1 to 2 is plenty. It's a great risk because my rent is only $2,500 on a 1-year lease. So you know, I don't know how most businesses survive, and I totally understand why restaurants fail a lot. And $2,500 a month, like how much of the month are you working for free, essentially? And that's not even including materials, employees, all that stuff. It'll cost me roughly about $30K all just to start it off. Yeah, see, it's crazy. Just pull a Jordan. Jordan came in here, and the dude straight up just bought 10 accounts, passed them all, got straight to payout, and there you go, 20K within a month. I was like, you dick. Is Rithmic out only with Apex, or are other firms out as well? That I have no idea. That's a good question, Slip. I don't know. Yep, no problem, Jay. Do you know where that Tanger outlet mall is, Ishan? How close are you to that? Great vibe here. What? I'll be back. Time for the 9 to 5. Hit my profit target 1K real money. Latta boy. That's right. You said you're on your own account. Love it. Lemon, thanks for joining. I'll see you tomorrow. My Rithmic is working fine. Yeah, mine's working fine now as well. And Mad Moxie just confirmed that she is using other props. So there you go. I think they might have fixed it, though, whatever the issue was. I use baseball like trading, only base hits for me. Nice. That's a great rule. That's a great way to do it. All right, so we're coming down to the lows here. I'm going to see if we start to bounce off the lows. If we do, I might jump in looking for the bounce back up before a possible continuation. My brother keeps wanting to go for home runs and blow up his accounts. I mean, unfortunately, that is the reason that we're in this dilemma with Apex trying to not change rules, but enforce the rules, etc. Is because of people like your brother. 1 hour away. It's Texas is such a big state, man. Ah. All right, here we go. Teach him how to trade and then learn how to be a good loser. Apex still not reinstated my account after a week. Account still under review since the ID verification. I'm tired of this. The promos ended now. The promos doesn't end until today's the last day. You can still buy accounts today, but I'd be pretty upset. They're not responding to you at all. Did you try going in their Discord to kind of elevate the situation? Because I feel like I'd be doing as much as I can to try to figure that out. But it sounds like you're kind of stuck in one of those situations where they think that you might have been trading or having your account traded by somebody else. Well, I recommend going into the Discord and seeing what you can get out of them in there. Refuses to take a loss. Yeah, that sucks. I can confirm, just ain't right, that Zishan is a cool dude. I've never met him in person, but yeah. It's actually 5 hours. If you go read the pinned comment, they added a video after I released the video. So I just the added video was like not good. It was very frustrating to sit through and watch, but it was another hour, so it ended up being more than 5 hours of videos that I watched. That advice is what they're asking not to do. Yeah, exactly. Even though I'm from the UK. Yeah, I don't quite understand how that would happen. I mean, obviously something on their end. Do you use a VPN or something that would make it look like you're trading from the Middle East? Like, obviously something's going on to where your account is associated elsewhere. How that is, I have no idea. That obviously is something you would have to figure out. No, it was 277. 277 evals just sitting there. Here's the push down. If we would have held that and started the push back up, that's when I'd be looking for the entry. But since we broke through, I'm looking for continuation down into the bands. And then that is where I would be looking for a long to come back up into what would now be previous support and see if it would want to use it as resistance. That would be the trade idea. But we would obviously need a big push away from it. We keep getting those types of pushes, but they're just not far enough to get in. Like here, we came down to it, but we couldn't really go far enough away to get that additional entry, etc. But if we can get a big push away from it, there we go. Go. Probably should have been a little bit more patient, but I was attempting to read the price action there, and it kind of felt like it was done. But then, of course, right when I hit it, it decided to keep going a little bit. So we're just going to look for the retest of that previous support to be used as resistance. Get the pop right back up there real quick just for the retest. I hit the flatten button. It went right up to it and didn't quite get me, so I just hit the flatten button. I'm not going to do that anymore where it doesn't give it to me and then shoots back down. But good trade idea. Got in just a smidge too early, but it worked. Now we'll see if it tries to use this as resistance. They thought I was Nahamud111. Do they have any proof, though? Like, that's what I'm confused. They thought I was on the ban list. But don't you have proof that you're not that person and that you're some... Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's got to be a way to prove that that's not you. We can only meet in public with cameras. I might break the camera if we take a selfie. Yeah, Zishan is very tiny. He thinks he's very ugly. I've never seen a picture of him, though. But he is 5'5". So you'll probably pick him up with one hand. Aga Restaurant is one of my favorite places to eat in Houston. His family used to be part of the owner of that. Dang. Yeah, Zishan. I need Zishan to get 2 payouts back to back because then he said he'd fly me down there. Yeah, the market does look weak overall, but again, that's just playing technical levels. Pretty strong move right back up, though. I love this song. I just love the beat. Oh, I'm trying to move my mouse like one little tick. Looking for the continuation back down here after a failed move higher with an obvious stop right above that current candle. Ah, man. Why does it keep moving up like that? There we go. See if we can get a move back down towards the lows. It's looking for this to be used as resistance now. If it wants to go higher, then so be it. It got faked out. It really felt like we were going to continue. That was a nice little reject back down into that bottom area. I thought we were going to at least go maybe retest the lows. Continue the bouncy ball maybe. But it's looking like they might want to try to move it higher. See if the seller's still there. Sellers are not really stepping in. All right, yeah, we're gonna go higher here. All right, so give a little bit back there. That's a little unfortunate. What should we get back there? Pretty much exactly what we made on the trade before that. So that's frustrating. All that is drawdown at that point. So it looks like this might end up being a sweep with the ability to move back higher. Why is this order still? I don't know why that was still out there. I drug that down as a stop, so it should have disappeared. It was connected to the order. Reason why I quit was because I work downtown Houston and we just had a bad storm that wrecked our office building and I didn't feel like safe commuting downtown. Yeah. It was denied? Oh, denied to work remotely. Gotcha. So I like the trade idea there. Just didn't work. I like the fact that I actually did stop out because it's giving me good habits. I like the good habits. Wow, it's 11 o'clock already. This is just not a clean setup. I'm just going to leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Wait for a more clean setup. Took 2 trades, made a little money. Getting out while green on a choppy day. Nice. Good job. Always good to be green. Might return for the last hour of the market today. If you do, good luck. I'll probably be around just in the Discord. I won't be live. I make it to lunchtime, and that's about it. I should have passed all my evals this morning with the news, but the manipulative pump got me. I passed some on the way down at least. Yeah, I was having Rithmic issues. It was crazy. It was like putting me in the trade, taking me out of the trade, putting me back in the trade. Like I failed the eval, so it was admin mode, but it just kept putting me in and out of trades without me hitting a single thing. Like Rithmic was pretty bad this morning. I mean, yeah, it's pretty trendy to the downside. A lot of chop in between, like the moves down, but it has been pretty trendy. Yeah, I hope I get my eval back too. I'm gonna send a message into him like later in the day. Other prop firm did not have any problems, just Apex. Well, they'll definitely fix it then. Apex has always been good with that. Everyone has to admit that. You definitely can't say they don't own their issues. Nice little fail. Take out. Feels like it's trying to go down, right? Tried to go back higher, failed, then it made a lower high here. I just don't like jumping in this far down into the move. Essentially expecting it to break. This is such a 50-50 trade because it could continue to use this as resistance now, previous support, but we're also making higher lows. We're kind of wedging here. So to me, it's a 50-50. I'm not going to touch it. It's not an obvious spot for me. I see MM is long, so hopefully it breaks out. Hard to short when bonds are up. ZB up 29. This market is going to pop higher today, you think? Down pretty. We're at the lows right now. I had 3 150K accounts that qualified for payout. Now they are all 1.5K below the minimum threshold due to the Rithmic issue this morning. That sucks. If you are red on the day, especially from this morning, don't touch the accounts anymore. They're probably going to reset them. Che Kim, I would love for you to come back tomorrow and tell me if that was the case, because I'm pretty positive that's what's going to happen. They had to shut their Discord chat off because there were so many people complaining about it this morning. So the odds are they're going to get reset. Sounds good. Now, what they're going to do in someone's case like Alpine, I don't know what they're going to do for him. He made too much money. I don't know what they're going to do about that. Like, do you complain to Apex that I made too much money? Yeah. It's like, it's such a bad thing to do, but at the same time, those accounts are screwed because of the 30% rule. Imagine making 11, 12K on a 50K account. That means he would have to end up with 3.3 times 11. We'll just say 11,000. He would have to be up $36,600 in order to get a payout. Not 3,600, 36,000. I know a couple of them he was only up. He was up 8,000 on another, or no, yeah, not almost 9,000 on another one. 5,000. So even the lowest ones, he was up 2,200. So take 2,200 times that by 3.33. So that means he has to get the 7,300 on those accounts. That's crazy. That's a lot. Jambear, it's working now. Alpine has to keep trading to lower his average days, right, to get the payout. Yeah, but once you have that one big day, that is your 30% line. That's the problem. That's what I'm saying. Like, do you contact Apex and be like, can you take away my big winning day? I mean, they might. I would try. There's no way I would leave it. I was like 6 accounts that are essentially screwed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Like he would have to go above and beyond to get those accounts to pay out. If I take a short with a wide stop using 2 contracts, I get stopped out for a loss that another short setup shows with a tighter stop, and I take it with 5 minis, risking the same amount of money. No DCA. No, it's 2 separate trades. I mean, you're essentially martingaling in a way, but if you have a tighter stop, same risk factor, then I don't see it being an issue. Anyone else having issues today? We did have issues, but they seem to have resolved themselves. A few months ago, I had a trade evade issue on the 10th day of a PA account trading what should have been 1,200 positive, but ended up negative 580. I asked them to cancel the order, but they refused. Was it during news? And was it like a widespread issue that everyone was having? 36,000 for 2K withdrawal, game over? Yeah, exactly. Alpine's had Rithmic issues, but it like put him in a trade the opposite way after he got out of his initial trade, and it just kept going and he couldn't get out, I guess, and he ended up with huge wins on some of the accounts. Imagine that being an issue. I feel bad for laughing about what happened to Alpine. I know, me too. It's like I feel bad, but it's pretty funny. It's such a weird situation to be in. TraderBait said it wasn't widespread issue, so I was SOL. Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. Like if you have like a personal internet connection issue or something, like they're not going to help you out. Does Apex have issues if we take lots of trades with stop like 10, 20 trades on the same day? Not that I've seen. I don't see why that would be an issue. They're more so worried about the ones taking 1,000 to 2,000 trades on the same day. Like the high frequency trading. 10 to 20 trades, that's just somebody that's trying to scalp their way, it sounds like. There's nothing wrong with that. And how can they tell you that your setup didn't show up 10 to 20 times on any given day? They can't. I'm gonna go get a new drink. Be right back. Can I still get my payout if my payout got approved but my account got expired on monthly? That's a good question. Never had that question before. I would assume so, because if you requested for the payout up to that point, your account was good up until the day you requested the payout. So I don't see how they could deny you the payout because you didn't continue to pay the fee. It's an interesting question though. I would like for you to get back to me on that. If your payout is already approved though, I don't see why they wouldn't pay you. Because you paid up until the point of the request. That's how I would look at it. What to eat for lunch? Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna, chicken and macaroni, chilling with my homies. Tell me you have kids without telling me you have kids. This little pop here. We can get a pop up into the bands as well as this previous area of concern. I will definitely look to be getting into a short position. But it's starting to feel like lunchtime, which is why I usually go eat lunch and not get involved in any of the lunchtime type trading. One of you asked a question about. I didn't catch. Alexa on Bridge started the down 5 cents. It's funny.
We like to think we have some form of control still, making our constant binary choices and voicing our equally shallow opinions more loudly or quietly. Most people can't even decide what color to wear or which burger to eat. What does it matter, man? Autonomy is an illusion.
He was trying.
Most people can't even decide what color to wear or which burger to eat. What the does it matter, man? Autonomy is an illusion. Autonomy is an illusion. Autonomy is an illusion.
Kind of looks like Chewy. Oh, I can't make them. What indicator is the Keltner channels? Zishan loves the dog. Good thing he's far away. He'd probably try to steal her. He is like a giant fluffy teddy bear. I was looking for obviously the push up into this area around 700, but didn't quite get it. I was talking to my mom there. Sorry about that. I don't know what I want to eat. What do I want to eat? Yeah, the Keltner channels. Here, I'll tell you it's the 13 MA, and the deviations are 4. The coefficient of channels width is 4. The period of MA is 13. Pretty sad this trade didn't work. I really thought it was going to. I thought we were just going to continue this downtrend. I was actually, for once, trying to jump in on the right side of the trend. And of course, the one time I did it was when the trend decided to reverse. Look at this. Downtrend all day. And the one time I chose to get short, it was like, nope, we're going back up. Obviously, I'm not saying the market's against me. It's just funny. So E-Man posted in the Discord, if you have a Rithmic account you believe was affected, do not cancel or remove it from Rithmic yet. If you do, we will not be able to correctly restore your accounts. And I almost kept it too, just to show you guys that it was having issues. I wonder if I can send them a ticket. See if I can find that.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling
What channel? E-Man, are you in here? Where did he post that?
nobody gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me. Cause she got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this place. Off the liquor that we chase, Casamigos to the face. Baby, I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on that tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine.
All right, I found it, and I just asked them if we can submit a ticket if we did remove it.
Got a fine little body and her mind's kinda naughty. They say that once you taste it, you cannot replace it. She could get you high, all the dopamine inside triggers fast once she's naked. Her body's a creation. They say the devil made her for his entertainment.
I'll let you know what they say. Please elaborate on the one-day pass. It's pretty simple. You have an eval, and if you decide to try and pass, as in, so if you have a 50K account and you make $3,000 on that first day of the 50K eval, you can then activate it that night to trade it as a PA the next day. So essentially, you can pass the evaluation in one day. Robert went up and deleted that message so people would stop tagging him. I was hoping for more of a quick move into this area, but if we can go up and actually test it, let's see what happens. Looks like we're not going to get that either. This is too slow for me. I wonder how much did Matt trades by Matt. Yeah, his trades got denied. I think he requested 40K and they got denied. So that's the thing with Matt, guys, is in his past he would trade off stream a lot and he used to DCA all the time. So I'm assuming old habits die hard, and at some point he probably DCA'd, and so the payouts got denied. I don't know when he did it, how big he did it, you know, etc. But I mean, the way that he's trading on stream, I don't think it all adds up to where he has the accounts currently, especially before he took that giant loss. So the reason he took a giant loss like that is because he probably got the accounts up there doing the exact same thing, and this time he just happened to lose. So what we don't see on stream is usually the telltale of what's happening off stream. But the trades he's been taking on stream have been good. I actually have been giving him props for the trades he's been taking on stream, but still gotta stay strong when you're not streaming. Like, I don't see myself trading anymore today. I mean, this price action is getting slow. So unless we hit the bands one way or the other, I'm probably not doing anything. Speaking of which, what am I going to eat for lunch? I know I keep asking. There's Ishan. Yeah, hopefully you get your eval. If you still have it there, you should. It sounds like they're gonna do it. Guys, I'm gonna get out of here too. I'm gonna go get some lunch. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do for lunch. Today's the last day for the 90% off, so if you're gonna add some accounts, today's the day. If you're gonna get the 250K eval, they're the same price as the 50K eval. You have until June 15th to pass those accounts to pay $85 for the lifetime activation. So if you can pass the 250 eval, you should be good to go. You just activate that thing lifetime. Take your time with those. There's no reason to rush those. It's a perfect account to really take your time. You get $6,500 in drawdown if you do happen to pass it, and that's also where you have to get to as far as getting a payout. But you can take out 3K on those accounts. So that would be like a nice account to kind of grind it out and eventually get there. It's a lifetime fee, so you don't have any additional fees on top of that. So you could be $102, $103 all in to have a 250K account for life. And I've tried several times to get one with doing the YOLOs with the news, and the one time it would have worked, it canceled my orders right before the news happened, and every other time since then I've hit drawdown up and down. It just sucks. So this one I'm going to try to pass legit. I bought one last one to try and see if we can pass it, and I'm going to try to get there legit and hopefully pass it. And then, like I said, I have till June 15th, so I'm in no rush. That's all I have for today. Appreciate you guys. I put that video out on all the Apex stuff. It looks like they were having Rithmic issues today. If you did lose an account for some reason, don't cancel it. It looks like they're going to reinstate them with all the issues that were going on today. Any other news? The video I put out yesterday explaining the 5+ hours of videos they put out yesterday is up on the YouTube channel as well. If you do have any additional questions, feel free to jump in the Discord. And that's all I got. Code VOLA until tomorrow morning. Peace. Yes, AP, you can. Later, crypto.